You are listening to the Certified Personal Trainer Podcast, a show by personal trainers for personal trainers. It's time to become a better trainer, get more clients, and change more lives. And now, here's your host, the head coach and founder of Fitness Mentors, Eddie Lester.
Hey guys, welcome to Fitness Mentor Certified Personal Trainer Podcast. I'm your host, Eddie Lester, and I'm super excited to be here today as we are going to be getting into the 5 biggest mistakes new trainers make and how to avoid them. So this is an amazing topic that's really going to help you if you're starting your career or just getting started, you're just certified or thinking about getting certified. What is it that you're really looking to not do? Or how can you avoid certain pitfalls that are going to allow you to progress your career faster, allow you to get clients sooner, and really just to understand how to be a successful trainer faster. With that in mind, I did just want to let you know that we are always here putting out amazing content for you. If you're looking to become a personal trainer, if you love personal training and helping others with health, fitness, nutrition, definitely follow us on Instagram at Fitness Mentors. Also follow us on TikTok at Fitness Mentors. Our YouTube channel is live with hundreds and hundreds of videos relating to being successful. And I just want to make sure that you guys are following us all over the place because we provide a ton of great content information to help you in your career. So let's go ahead and jump into this topic today. And I want to kind of start by basically telling you that this episode is really going to help you avoid the most common roadblocks that are going to cost you time, they're going to cost you money, and they're also going to cost you credibility. So keep that in mind as we go through, but every one of these mistakes does have a practical fix, meaning how you can avoid them is going to be a big piece of this topic. So let's dive in as we look toward mistake number 1. Mistake number 1, this is going to be something that I find very commonly with personal trainers, and that is really just not setting your prices correctly or winging it. Just kind of be like, oh, what do other trainers charge? I'm just going to charge that. Basically setting random rates based on everyone else around you or what other trainers charge, it just feels safe. So why exactly does this hurt trainers? Really, what's going to undermine your value? Where are you really looking to attract a potential clientele, and what is that clientele willing to pay is a better question to ask. But yes, this hurts because it undermines your value. It's going to lead to you overworking for less pay, and clients may not take you seriously. So this is just a unique one that I often find that when you think about your pricing as a new trainer, don't just ask around and set your prices based on what other trainers are charging. Look towards the people that you want to train. Are you looking to train CEOs 3 to 4 times a week that need to be healthy in order to perform their job at their best? That niche right there would pay significantly more than, we'll say, some youth athlete that's looking to get some tips on speed, agility, and quickness. So when you think about pricing, you aren't always pricing generally based on your services. You're oftentimes pricing towards what the market can get for the type of client you're training and the type of service that you provide. So this is going to be a super important one to keep in mind. You might be pricing this out of just pricing your services out of not really knowing what the market is, or maybe you just want to be the cheap option so that you can get clients and not be afraid of being rejected. Like when I first started training, I was charging $20 an hour, which is pretty much minimum wage now. But when you think about that, I trained a few family members for that. And then when I went out into the world, I kept training people, other friends, and other clients at that rate. And it really wasn't doing me any favors because people were willing to pay significantly more than that. So their fear of rejection happens there, your imposter syndrome if you're just getting started. Lean into your education as a trainer and all the study time that you took to not feel like an imposter. You have educated yourself deeply in how to help people achieve their fitness goals and lean on that to charge more. And then when we think about this, you also have to think about the discounts. So are you discounting your pricing by giving away free sessions on top of it? Or are you doing 2 to 3 free sessions before people buy? Are you adding a free session at the end? Are you not taking the cancellation policy seriously? When you think about someone that cancels an hour before your session, that's money that should be in your pocket that now is not. So you need to have a cancellation policy that says within 24 or 48 hours, if you cancel, I'm charging you that amount. So you're leaving money on the table when it comes to that. When we think about pricing, how can you increase your ability to set your prices higher? Lean into your confidence. Remember, you did the studying. You may not have a ton of experience training people, but you know how to get people to your goals, and lean into your education to drive that confidence. But also be confident in what you do as a trainer. You're going to help people exercise heavily, get their heart rate up, feel good the next day. Lean into those elements around your pricing. So also you have to think about how can you, we'll say, package your pricing to make it more, we'll say, better for your clients, but also better for you. Charging a monthly rate may be better than charging a per session rate. Because let's say someone wants to train 2 times a week at $50 a session, that's $400 a month. Or you can train them maybe, we'll say, 3 times a week, but charge for a month's worth at a time and maybe give them a small discount, meaning you're making more money off of them. So let's say it's $750 per month, they get 3 times a week, but at the end of the day, you're pocketing a lot more money. So keep that in mind. The way that you actually, will say, package your pricing matters a ton too. So what we do here at Fitness Mentors is we help you determine what packages you should set. It's all in our personal trainer curriculum as well as our business and sales curriculum. One thing that really helps new trainers with pricing is our business and sales section in our CPT certification, and then our advanced business and sales and scaling program with our business and sales, the guide to success as a personal trainer CEU course. So if you're looking at where you should set your pricing, how you should set up your business, those elements, definitely check out that additional CEU course. And if you aren't certified yet, definitely check out our CPT course, because that's really going to help really align you with the best way to price and the best way to make money and set up your business. All right, so let's move into mistake number 2, which is overcomplicating programming. Now, this is something that is a time-costing mistake. When we think about setting or developing a program for your client, you don't need to think of this crazy outside of the box, every single item in general. What you're really looking to do is look at the person, find out where their limits are, and then push the limits a little bit, 1 extra set, maybe a few extra reps in those elements. So oftentimes when I program with a client, what I always do is I set up a program with general, we'll say, using the FORM model, which is the Fitness Mentors form over resistance model, which is part of the CBT program. You can understand the rep ranges associated with each goal, know their goal, and then give them a workout within those program goals. And then once you see them go through that program, that's when you say, okay, this is where they need to work on, and add certain elements or progressions and regressions. Is it beneficial to have a full program for a month or 3 months ready to go when you're first starting to work with a client? No. Don't waste your time until you've really seen what they can do. And then once you're in there, recognize the patterns for how many push-ups they can do. What does that translate to when you move to a chest press? Look where their fatigue sets in. Where does their core form break down? That's where you're really looking to then set up a program afterwards. And don't think about a super fancy, crazy exercises like stability ball, Bulgarian split squat, holding a single arm dumbbell overhead raise, okay? Go with the basics to start. Make sure they're feeling sore and good, and you can always progress them as they go. If you're doing just some simple lunges as a part of a program for basically a strength endurance program looking in that 12 to 20 rep range, and you notice that it's really easy for them with just their body weight, you can progress them with a stability tool, or you could progress them with load, or you could progress them with an additional movement like a rotation or a reaching to the side, different things like that. So that's really what you're looking at when you think about programming. Start simple. Make it a simple programming practice. Choose using basic body weight and or we'll say weights to then create your programs and then progress from there. Make it super simple and clean. But remember, you can modify rep ranges, set ranges, load all you want after you get the basics going. And remember, you're not trying to impress anyone else on the floor. You're trying to get someone towards their goal. Avoid that, really stick with the basics, and that's going to really save you time when it comes to programming as well. But oftentimes, if an exercise is too hard also, you're an excellent trainer, you're probably in decent shape, you've had experience working out, you can do certain things that maybe your clients can't. So if you're trying to explain something and you notice that a client is just not getting it, the exercise is too hard or the stability elements are too difficult, regress that to something simple. Because what the best thing you could do with a new client is give them a workout program that they can do, that they feel confident in to start. Obviously, you want to then push them beyond their boundaries or their current capabilities, but you want to make them confident getting started. And that's a super important thing with programming as well. When it comes to the first workouts with new clients, don't think about this crazy big program that you need to sit down and write out every single detail in advance. Start with the basics and then program from there. And oftentimes I would program in the session, meaning I'd come in with, okay, we're going to do legs today, a push and a pull in the legs, maybe some lower leg work, and we're going to stick with the basics. We're going to go lunges, deadlifts, and some squats. Let's see where they're at. Let's program in the rep ranges and set ranges that are recommended by the science-backed form model or personal training models, and then go from there. If you notice something they need more load, add it then, and then write it down. We want to encourage the help of programming with anyone out there. That's what we do here at Fitness Mentors, and that's really something that we do utilizing our templates that are included in all our courses, as well as just the way that we teach our programming modules in our advanced program design, as well as our CPT program. Those are something that are really going to hit the nail on the head when it comes to easy, very convenient, as well as practical and effective programming skills, utilizing templates, and then also really utilizing the simplicity of our form model and programming model. So that is mistake number 2. Make programming easy on yourself. Don't stress about it. Get someone into the workout, write down what they do, progress that exact same workout next week. That's how you provide progress in fitness. Is if they do one workout week 1, make sure week 2 they're beating it on all levels, including reps, sets, or load, or increasing stability. Create a little bit more difficult, we'll say, workout the next time, and that's how you progress someone towards their goals. All right, so let's get into mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is ignoring the legal and liability stuff. So I don't want to spend too much time on this, but oftentimes people want to get into the workouts really quick, and you forget and or don't do the release of liability, the waivers, don't have insurance, and you don't, we'll say, house all of your client records. Super important that you get organized with that. Most gyms nowadays have e-filing that's very easy to get someone's medical histories, have them sign the PAR-Q, have them sign a waiver and release of liability, and then really if there is anything wrong with them, that they should get a doctor's note. All of this is nice and organized. If you don't do that now, I highly recommend that you organize all of your legal stuff first. It takes 5 to 10 extra minutes working with a client to get all of that done. And once that's done, you're protected and it's way better. And guys, if you don't have insurance, definitely get insurance. It's worth it. For the cost of a fraction of one session per month, you can absolutely get complete coverage. We typically recommend Insure Fitness, insurefitness.com/fitness-mentors-pro. That's our personal landing page for them. They include online training coverage, meaning virtual training, as well as in-person, and have the best coverage and rates around. So once again, insurefitness.com, INSURE, fitness.com/fitness-mentors-pro. That one's going to get you the best insurance in the industry. All right. So yeah, once again, get your insurance. You don't want lawsuits. You don't want to be disorganized. You want to look professional. And why do people trust doctors? A lot of it is because of the process that happens when they walk into the doctor's office. There's a receptionist that greets them. They sign the paperwork. It's filed. They meet with a nurse. The nurse goes through all vitals. All your vitals are checked. The vitals are then sent to the doctor, comes in. It's this beautiful process of, we'll say, educated, official, and really just proper ways to execute a service. So think about that when you are executing your business, because the more professional you are, not only does it cover you and protect you, but it looks good and builds a lot of, we'll say, trust within the client. So keep that in mind. Let's jump on to mistake number 4. Mistake number 4. The mistake is marketing to everyone. Meaning, I'm a new trainer, I'm just going to try to get all types of clients at all times. And everything I put out there is going to just be for general fitness so that people can come and work with me no matter who they are. I will tell you one thing, that makes it hard. They often say marketing to everyone basically means marketing to no one. And this is super important and something that we really focus on in our courses is you need to define who you want to work with and put out content that attracts that clientele. And remember, if you want to charge $100 a session starting out as a personal trainer, you should pick a niche that is very specific or that makes a lot of money, that has the need for health and fitness, and dive into that with content directed exactly toward them. The 5 biggest mistakes CEOs make when dealing with their health and fitness. Bam, right there. That's a great piece of content that would directly attract the CEO niche, and you can go deeply into exactly what mistakes they commonly make, and utilize that piece of content to try to target and bring your clientele in. If you do that sort of marketing, you are going to attract more people in that genre than if you were just to put out general fitness. You wouldn't be attracting almost anyone. So that's really a large mistake that new trainers start with. They think, okay, marketing, I'm just going to put out great fitness tips for everyone. Really focus in on the population that you want to train, because that's how you're going to build a following when you speak directly to the customer that you want to help. Super important. When you post general content with no clear niche, no message, no strategy, just fitness related tips, it's not going to land on anyone. To get content out and in the eyes of the people that you want to train, you need to make sure it's directed at them. You're gonna get lost in the noise. There's hundreds of thousands of trainers putting out tons and tons of fitness advice. Make sure you're speaking directly to the people that you want to train. If you haven't determined your niche, definitely check out our other podcasts. Go into the niche specific section, and we have a full process on how to determine who you want to train and how to target them in your marketing. Super important. Content development is key if you're looking to attract clients in this particular niche. So let's go on then to mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 is the final mistake for today's podcast. Thinking that your certification, your personal trainer certification, is enough or is the end to your education. I think this is one thing that you'll see the most successful trainers do is when they complete their CPT program, they're instantly learning more about specifics on how they want to help other people utilizing additional courses. I think one of the biggest things as a personal trainer, which is true with most entrepreneurs or almost all entrepreneurs, because trainers are in a way entrepreneurs, is consistently educating yourself on what you need to do to get better from the exact moment that you're at to now a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks further in the future. Super important, because when you think about the business that you're building, you want to master everything. A personal training certification is a great foundational level for getting your business started. But what do you want to do to help people? How do you want to help people? What additional education, whether it be science or business, can help you help more people? That's what you should think when you get certified. Is not, okay, I'm done, now I need to really focus in on programming or getting a ton of clients. It's really, how can you continue the education while starting your business to help your business grow faster? I think that's super important. And that's why oftentimes our most popular packaging for our personal training certification is an additional course like advanced program design, athletic training, like nutrition, like health coaching or virtual coaching or online training. The smart, best trainers choose an additional course that are going to continue their education and allow them to build their business faster. I think that's super crucial in starting out as a personal trainer. And that's really what we look to do here at Fitness Mentors, is we're trying to assist all trainers, and specifically you listening to this right now, with the process and progress of a full career in fitness. Oftentimes when we get started as personal trainers, we're thinking, okay, let's get our certification, let's start to train in a gym and grow our business. In reality, we are personal trainers to help as many people as possible achieve health and fitness results. And you can do that in so many other ways than just training one-on-one at a gym. And we really try to educate the full spectrum of potential possibilities within our curriculum to help personal trainers like you go to levels that you can scale and make more money and allow your dreams of financial freedom to come to fruition. Obviously, we want to help as many people as possible as personal trainers, and we have the tools to help you do that. That's really what all of our courses, the underlying theme of all of our courses is really about that. It's really about how can you take this information and not just, we'll say, apply it, but apply it in a way that helps you help more people. Grow your business, lay a broader foundation, scale, help more people in the world. When you help, more people are able to go into their lives and do what they do best, and maybe in their careers, and create more positive possibilities for themselves. And that's really just helping the world become a happier, healthier, more loving, amazing place. So when we think of big picture, that's really what personal training is to us here at Fitness Mentors, and really something that we like to value. Is that's something that's so important to just the world, is helping more people become healthy. All right, guys, when we think about this, you want to think of these mistakes as something that you can learn from, but also the tips to avoid these mistakes. That's something that you should implement right away. Meaning, if there's something that you notice that you're doing, or you're just about to get started and you're thinking about what are the next steps, think about these mistakes and how you can avoid them through taking action on the items that I mentioned. When we think of pricing your services, when we think of creating fitness programs, when we think of the legal processes to make sure that you're protected, as well as you're really helping people in the best way possible, prep your legal. When you think of marketing, are you really marketing to the right population? Take action. Think about the steps that we gave in this episode to really help you take that step towards marketing towards the right population. And then also business building support. We are the number one resource for personal trainers to help you build your business. I'm going to say that 1,000,000 times over, because every other personal training company, they focus on, hey, how can we get you prepared to work in a gym? And then how can we sell you more science specific information that doesn't always include how to apply the science specific information to get more clients, build more business, make more money. That's really something that we pride ourselves here in at Fitness Mentors. And I hope that you see that with a lot of the content that we put out there. So guys, once again, you're not just getting certified. You're not just starting a career. You're really looking to set up your life and your full-time career, long-term career with a launch pad. And that's really what avoiding these mistakes will help you do. So if you are serious about taking your business to the next level, if you want to make this more than just a side hustle, maybe that's where you're at now, or really launch your business in the right way, check out our education on our website. Under our CEUs tab is all of our additional education beyond the CPT. But if you aren't a CPT yet or a personal trainer yet, get certified, choose a bundle that includes a lot of courses to really help you grow your business, because that's what's really going to help you be most successful down the road. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging with me on the Certified Personal Trainer podcast, and I will see you next week.
As always, thanks for listening to the Certified Personal Trainer podcast. You can learn more about Fitness Mentors at fitnessmentors.com. Be sure to share this podcast on social media. And remember, we are here to help you succeed.